crash upside down.
It's Ryan Newman. See Kevin Harvick there. Marcus Ambrose.
Ambrose is there, comes across. Harvick stops, and Newman's car comes to rest upside down on its roof. We were hoping it would not happen, and here with 5 laps to go, indeed it has.
Hell of a job.
I don't know what started that, but you see quite a bit of damage on that car. Flipped over 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I was looking out the window, but I could not see. That's so far. That's the farthest point away from us. Just couldn't tell what was going on there.
The safety crews are there immediately. They get in the car and will try to communicate with the driver. And watch the car get turned around.
In fact, he and his teammate Tony Stewart got into the wall, but you can see it turns Ryan Newman around. As soon as it does, it's almost like that wing acts as to help to lift the car up. Lands on Kevin Harvick's hood. See Elliott Sadler there involved.
Elliott trying to jam the brakes on to keep from hitting the 39 as it was pirouetting up the track. He's able to miss it. Harvick able to get the car woed down as the 39 just comes rolling down on its roof onto the grass and comes over again another 360 before coming to rest on its top.
With the car sitting upside down, you can see they're being very careful. They got all the safety crews and NASCAR. There's some members of NASCAR down there also.
And these guys train over and over again, the safety crews that NASCAR have, for extricating a driver. The last thing you want to do at this point in time is get in a hurry. You want to take your time and care about the driver as the driver gets and sometimes the driver gets unhooked inside, and you don't want the driver to fall. Those belts are holding him in position.
Yeah, you don't want to unhook those belts too soon as you're upside down. And probably, if Ryan is probably okay and tell him, hey, turn this car over and then I can get out of here, because with it down like that, it makes it very difficult as a driver to get yourself out of that situation. So hopefully that's the case here, that Ryan is okay. He's telling him, hey, turn this over and we'll get out of here.
Again, the wings and the aerodynamics of these cars.
Are you okay, buddy? Yeah.
And that was Ryan Newman on the radio. You just heard a moment ago as the crew asked him if you're okay. So obviously still buckled in the car, okay, able to communicate. And that's why NASCAR, as you said, DJ, is turning the car over as opposed to trying to get him out of the car. If he were seriously injured, they would have tried to get him out quickly and get him away. But now they can afford to turn the car over knowing he is strapped in and buckled in and okay.
And you can see as they're turning this car over, it's not the first time they've done this. They have this. They've practiced these things and trying to help. But when that car lands on that top, even though these cases are really strong, it'll push that roof down, and it just makes it difficult to try to get out. And I'm sure that Ryan was communicating that again, and this is what they're doing a fantastic job. And once again, the safety of these race cars take a spill like that, and it's great to hear Ryan Newman's voice.
Backwards, on its nose, on its side, on its top, over 360, down across the racetrack, on its top, onto the grass, and now being gingerly turned back over onto its wheels.
Yeah, there's a guy there that looks like he's talking to Ryan Newman as he sits there, just making sure that he's okay and understanding what is taken.
We are being told we can get confirmation from NASCAR next door that they have confirmed with Ryan he is awake and alert. And the reason they are doing this is because of what we just talked about, the limited access. The roof is pushed down. Now they're having trouble getting to Ryan, so rather than trying to squeeze him out of a narrow opening, they're going to go ahead. The car is already destroyed, so they're going to go ahead and try to pull the roof off so they can pull him out of the car without having any problems with getting him against some of this sharp metal in the narrow areas.
You can see Tony Stewart was running up on the car in front of him, and instead of hitting, he rolled out of the throttle, and Ryan Newman had a big run. And when he kind of saw what was happening, he had to turn left, and that shot him across in front.
He was actually getting a little bit of a shove from Marcus Ambrose, too.
Yeah.
Almost all the cars were touching going down the backstretch.
Now watch Marcus Ambrose's onboard camera as the 39 car comes across in front of him.
See right here, he gets that. Yeah, the second hit, that shot him over in front of the 29, and then when he got turned around backwards when the car lifted off. See, that bump there, that turned Tony.
Wow.
You can see the car up in the air down on the inside. Unbelievable.
Lands upside down on the hood of the 29 car of Kevin Harvick. Now watch it as it happened in real time. There's the last bar being cut. They folded back, and now they should be able to get. And Ryan Newman climbing out. How about that?
Wow. What a great sight that is.
Wow, how safe are these race cars that NASCAR have these teams built now? Got a little mud on him, but otherwise none the worse for wear.
That's good to see. Yeah, when you got to dust the grass off of you, and that's the worst thing, that's a pretty good day. So unfortunately, he did a great job all day long.
Just really disappointed. I mean, we had this race back here in the spring and complained about cars getting airborne, and now, ironically, I'm the guy that gets upside down and have a roll bars down on top of my helmet and stuck upside down on top inside my U.S. Army Chevrolet. So it's just disappointing. I mean, I wish NASCAR would do something. It was a boring race for the fans. That's not something anybody wants to see. At least I hope not. If they do, go home because you don't belong here. And a product of this racing and what NASCAR's put us into with this box, with these restrictor plates, with these types of cars, with the yellow line, with no bump draft and no passing. And drivers used to be able to respect each other and race around each other. Richard Petty, David Pearson, Bobby Allison, all those guys have always done that. And I guess they don't think much of us anymore.
Ryan, when you were upside down, you didn't respond to your team right away. Can you take us through those moments?
No, I knocked the antenna off the car. When they rolled the car back over, the antenna wire connected, and I criticized what was going on, but it just is no fun. I mean, it's disappointing. There's no good part of it. I mean, it's not a good race for the fans, and that's the bottom line. So we're trying to service as the fans, and they can stand up and cheer when there's 3 to go with a green-white checker, but that's not racing. It's supposed to be racing all day long, and I think we've lost a little bit of that luster.
Ryan, what was it like to walk back here in the medical center and see your wife, Chrissy? We talked about it before the race.
I'm just glad to see her. I mean, it's emotional, just like we talked about, but it's not the way I wanted to see her after the race. And just got to thank Butler, Bill, Simpson Race Products, all the people, all the guys at the shop, that Hendrick Chassis, what they do to make the race cars safer. When I hit the roll cage landing on my head, I was a little worried, and I was happy to be able to walk out of that in a roundabout way.